to Resistance Chicks. Michelle will be here shortly. We have so much to cover. Angela Merkel, Justin Trudeau back the squad over Trump. No kidding.
Oh my gosh. Well, Angela Merkel's standing on shaky ground anyway. But on ching.
Yeah, that was a really good joke.
I'm really funny. Thank you. I'll be here all week.
All right. So a large group of 47 migrants violently rushed an international port of entry near McAllen, Texas, and assaulted officers in an attempt to illegally enter the country. It was this shortly on Friday this morning at the Far International Bridge, where a group of approximately 47 undocumented migrants tried to rush the border because, hey, I'm going to be a really good person once I'm in, but I'm going to hurt, injure people on my way in. Absolutely crazy.
Now, Trump did sign into law stating that if you are trying to come here for asylum, you actually have to apply for asylum at the very first potential country that will receive you. You can't just come to America. Right? You can't just choose, I need asylum, but I'm going to skip these 2 countries in between and head straight for America.
And that's the thing. Suddenly, Trump signs that into law and it's already being challenged. But suddenly he makes these tweets and nobody's talking about this. And Tim Pool's like, I believe that the tweets that Trump... Tim Pool put this out there and really talking about Trump. It looked really like a bad day for Trump after the racist tweets. They're supposedly racist tweets.
Oh my
gosh.
Weren't.
But then even Vox, the left-wing media, said, oh my gosh, look what happened. The squad had called Nancy Pelosi racist. And what it did was it actually caused Nancy Pelosi to have to go like kind of groveling and support them. And even though they're calling her names, to make them the face of the Democratic Party. And it was actually a smart move by Trump. But an even deeper thing is that everybody started talking about that, petty politics. We're even talking about it. And like Michelle pointed out, oh, and by the way, they would literally end asylum, period. If you're going through a country that allows asylum, that's a safe country, then your asylum ticket is ended.
Yeah.
And then nobody can come in to the country. Yeah. And I think that's a great idea. Of course, it will be challenged, and I don't know if it will hold up. But we'll see. I want to play this video here by Jim Jordan about how crazy the left is now.
A problem that doesn't align with their politics. They look for someone to blame.
I love Jim Jordan. He's from Ohio, by the way.
Yeah.
Who else but the President of the United States and the hardworking men and women who work tirelessly every day trying to secure.
Come on, Jimmy.
Border. The comments from Democrats in Congress, I think, only serve to demean the public service of our brave Border Patrol employees and, frankly, and this is important, to spark unnecessary outrage. Think about what we've heard from them. Abolish ICE. Abolish DHS. The entire department. Walls are immoral, the Speaker of the House said, even though there's a wall in her state. Non-citizens should be able to vote. Taxpayers should finance health care for all illegals. Concentration camps. They've called detention facilities concentration camps. Earlier this week, self-proclaimed member of Antifa showed up at an ICE detention center outside of Seattle.
Did you cover
set
this yet?
cars on fire.
We talked about it, yeah.
And attempted to burn down the building. In his written manifesto, this Antifa member wrote that he felt it was necessary to take action against these, quote, concentration camps. Not one single so-called cage has been constructed by the Trump administration. Not one. During the presidency of Barack Obama, we didn't see outrage from the Democrats then. We didn't see prominent Democrat members of Congress condemning the, quote, concentration camps and, quote, torture then. Again, President Trump has not built a single cage. The cages you see in the news and on Twitter were constructed by President Obama's administration. In fact, the only thing the Trump administration has used chain link fence for is one temporary facility through which immigrants pass when they initially come and they're getting screened. The detention facilities that the Trump administration built are all air-conditioned, have fresh water, and supplies and folks trained to administer health care and those supplies.
Unbelievable.
You would never know that and listen to the Democrats.
Concentration.
After months of the administration...
It's really sad to think about that she would be comparing air-conditioned facilities to concentration camps.
They're getting
highlighting the crisis at the border and making urgent calls for more funding. It wasn't until just before July 4th.
Clothes.
That House Democrats finally agreed to pass the $4.6 billion emergency border funding bill to provide some resources needed at the border. And despite the size and scope of the crisis, some Democrats still choose not to support this bill, choosing instead to play politics with the border rather than work on the solutions that we all know need to happen. Fabricating stories of cruelty and besmirching the hardworking civil servants protecting the border and providing humanitarian assistance does nothing to help solve the problem. Putting a Band-Aid over the border crisis does not fix the root causes. Democrats are serious. If they're serious about solving the border crisis, they must address, as I said before, the Flores settlement agreement, asylum loopholes, and the other laws and court decisions that incentivize aliens to make the dangerous journey to the United States.
And I've said this from the very beginning. When Donald Trump was elected, illegal crossings went down, but then the left was like, no, 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 come on in, come on in. And then the border crossings went up and up and up and up and up because they kept promising more and more stuff, free healthcare, free this, free that. And it was absolutely insane. They want them in here, by the way.
Well, it's not only that they want them in here, but they want, the reason why they say they want to abolish ICE, I can speak, and the Department of Homeland Security.
Let's abolish ICE.
And all of the avenues with which you need to go through in order to get, you know, when I go to ride a roller coaster at an amusement park, I have to go through a line. Yeah. And a lot of times they take you through these polls because if you want to get somewhere, you have to wait in line. But what the Democrats want is for there to be no line. And for anybody to be able to come into our country.
There's sometimes when that line is so filled and the park's going to close at a certain time that they cut off the line.
Yeah. But the point is that the Democrats, it's not, I don't know why they aren't just coming out and saying this, because they are coming out and saying this, and that is they want no borders, they want no walls, they want no processing, they want people to be able to fly from anywhere in the world down to Mexico and to be able to enter into our country and become an American citizen freely. That's what they want. They want, when they say they want open borders, they literally mean they want open borders. They don't want anybody to be processed. They don't want anybody to have to go through you want to enter into America, it's a free-for-all. You know what happens? Looting, chaos. I mean, just insanity, anarchy. I mean, you can't even imagine. This is what they want, though. That is exactly what they want. They want a free-for-all coming into America. Because otherwise, if they really wanted things to be handled properly, and sound-minded, halfway decent Democrats, not even sound-minded, any Democrat prior to Trump knew this. There was, I mean, there were people that were standing for, you know what, we could use a wall. Yeah, we want to fund ICE. Yeah, we have to protect our borders. Obama is quoted as saying it several times. Hillary Clinton is quoted as saying it several times. Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, they are all quoted as having said that we do have an issue at our border and we need to make sure that it's safe and that it happens in an orderly fashion. But now they want to get rid of all that. It's pure chaos. And do you know why? Because they haven't got the votes of the American people. So the only way that they are going to overthrow America and abolish the Constitution is by bringing in as many illegal people as they can, by promising them stuff, and by planting all the religion that shall not be named in Michigan and Minnesota and breeding. That's their plan. Thank you to the viewers. We're so glad that you're here, that you find us, because you obviously have to diligently seek us out and find us to be able to watch us on Fridays and Sundays. So thank you for that. 107 Milford, Ohio 45150. If you send us your stuff, we will read them on air. I haven't checked it in a while. I need to go and do that. So we love you. God loves you. God bless. Remember, it's not just a conspiracy theory.
Phil Omar married a brother.
And that's true.
Which she did.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Good night, guys. God bless.